All right, the timeline here, okay, we're in February 2010 with my suspension. Then all this stuff that's going on in March 2010, the phone calls was, from Sam about the judge wanting to stop me. And part of what they've done, the precursor, and I hate to say they, I can identify people by names if I have to, because they, when people say what they have done, that's quintessentially a conspiratorial theorist word, and I try to stay away from it. But they, in this case specifically, I'll tell you who they are. They are Paul Killian, Martin Carlson, Christopher C. Connor, Yvette Kane, and John Jones. Maybe a few others, but that's who my they is when I'm talking about they. And I think other judges know. I mean, these judges kind of feeling a little bit on their own because they're not getting the wide federal judicial support. At least there's some indications that they're not getting the wide protection and support that they thought they would be getting. But part of what they have done here is they filled the public record with smears of Don Bailey. A lot of little precursor, total nonsense sanctions issues. One of the most offensive ones was in this Vanesevich case, where Judge Connor put in a footnote that Don Bailey was essentially a liar and published it for statewide publication the next day. And that was done for one reason and one reason only, and that was to get a public record out there that Don Bailey was a liar. I might even be more personally offended about that than Don for some reason, but I can't speak for Don's mind. But so much has been done, but that one is just so blatantly obvious to me that what he was doing, that it just personally offends me. And you're putting something into jurisprudence that lasts for ages. I mean, these reported opinions are part of the law, and it is now part of American jurisprudential history that Don Bailey is a liar. When Christopher C. Connor is a liar, he's a perjurer. He got on a stand in his disciplinary proceeding and he lied under oath, and he has the audacity to say that Don Bailey is a liar. But these are the kind of things that they did. So in March 2010, I get suspended. Then I get the phone call about me not helping Bailey. And then Martin Carlson, who's a magistrate judge, does this 56-page opinion in a case about Don that is just all about Don. I mean, it goes over his whole career and just completely smears him. And then he releases that the next day in a statewide publication. So all lawyers in the state now know that, whatever he said about Don, shuffling shadow of his former self, and just tried to present him as some kind of pathetic has-been, when that's anything but the case. I mean, I've been with Don for 10, 11, 12 years, and we don't agree on everything, but I mean, to say that he ever lost step on some of this stuff or lied above anything else. And if you read this opinion, that came, of all things, on April Fool's Day 2010. And I know Martin Carlson well enough. He thinks he's smart, and he thinks he's cute, and he thinks he's powerful now that he's a magistrate judge. And I would guarantee, I would put a significant bet on the fact that he did that deliberately on April Fool's Day to take a shot at Don Bailey. So we have all this going on, then the statewide smear, and then 5 or 6 days later, within 2 weeks, the Pennsylvania disciplinary authorities. So it was Ostrowski's out of the way. The phone calls made from the federal judge. Ostrowski's gone. He can't help Bailey anymore. Then it's the statewide smear of Don Bailey, and then a few days later, the disciplinary charges against Don Bailey come. And there's no question in my mind that this sequence of events, when it's understood with proper evidence, this is why they didn't give us subpoenas, and this is why they didn't. I say us because I feel like my interest is tied to Don. I'm obviously not his lawyer, but I just can't. Whether it's a feeling of affection or alliance or just mutual shared interest, I refer to it as us and we when it's really his case. But this is why they didn't give him subpoenas, and this is why they didn't let him get any documents, because we can prove all this. And we can show that this was an orchestrated effort. These disciplinary proceedings were an orchestrated effort to get the law license of Don Bailey so that he can't help American citizens who want to come into the courts and recover for their damages and injuries at the hands of corrupt civil rights violating public officials. And that's really what it's all about. You see how little concern that they have for the clients and how they treated me after my discipline. They had zero regard for any of my clients. It was all about haste to get me so I can't help Don, so they can satisfy their political friends. And you know, this continues to get bigger and deeper, because where I'm kind of leaving off now and where this leads you is the connection that large law firms have to all of this. And in central Pennsylvania at least, and statewide, there's a law firm called Eckert Siemens. I don't even know if they have their other two names. I forget what they were. I never really was at all that impressed or got too hung up on all these big law firms and who they were and whatnot. But they have a fellow by the name of Leroy Zimmerman who's one of their partners there. And Leroy used to be the Attorney General for the state of Pennsylvania. And he's very well known now. I mean, he was chairman of the board of the Hershey Trust and is very well known now